In all the years of using this and breaking down so much plywood, I have come across a change that I made recently, within the last couple of months. And I want to share it with you. If you already have the Paulk Smart Crosscut, or you're going to get it and build one for yourself, this is a change you can make, and it's very, very simple. And it was a total accident, the stop and the scoring support. The stop, it's simply the L-shaped version of this, that with this edge, I dial it into the exact cut I want, metric or standard. And because this is perfectly calibrated, as long as I put these dogs in this hole that's marked X and go straight across, it's going to be square, and that's going to be the exact measurement. I don't need to calibrate it. There is a little screw on here that if it gets off for some reason over time, I can move this in or out to, give me that little micro fine adjustment. I haven't had to do that once in all these years, so it just goes to show it does kind of hold its accuracy. And then this one, I don't even know what to call this. This is just a squaring block. It lines up with this, and then when I put my material in, this gives me where I want it resting and the dimension, and then it hits this, and I know that I stay square to this edge, which again, I know this is perfectly square because of the MFT system. A few months back, I was dealing with some narrow crosscuts that were off a wider piece, and this doesn't work well in a table saw trying to push a wide piece through to get a narrow rip, and I needed to make a bunch of them. I don't even remember what the project was, and it's obvious that, if I've never done it in all these years, this wasn't set up for it, but I needed to use the TSO guide rail square on this along with this, because I needed a square stop under the rail, and there isn't one because the stock was so narrow that I couldn't even use this one, or I could have used it separate, but it was either under all the way or barely sticking out, and it wasn't sticking out on the other side at all. I needed to square it underneath, so I figured out I could take the TSO guide rail square, put it on, and that squares under the rail, so I was able to square the material. But because of the way it situates itself on there, these didn't line up. So I figured out what I needed to get it to line up with the square, and it turned out to be a piece of 12mm plywood. Now I may have cut it down, I don't recall, and that worked. I haven't needed it since, but I discovered a big advantage just last week of this modification. I was making the dual router table. I needed to do the 4 T-tracks in it to take the fence. I couldn't flip it around because they didn't go through. And so I did one, and that was great. Did a whole separate video on it. In fact, I will put that video at the end of this video up here so you can go right to it. And so I made the second one. When I got to the third one, I was pretty far out. I was able to make it, but I knew with that fourth one, I was going to be way under here. It was going to be sticking out a long way, and I was going to have no way to square it again. And it wasn't going to work out with the TSO guide rail square in this situation. What I needed was more support out here, so I moved this down, and that's where it is now, because typically I have it a little further over. But I found I could just move this anywhere I want, because this is calibrated to this, and I just moved the whole thing, and it gave me support out here. But I didn't have a block out here that would help me square from this block, out, and the guide rail square wouldn't work. So I was scratching my head thinking, boy, I wish I had another block like this. And I thought, well, that's the answer to make another one. I like to take my time and do things right, but I just didn't want to stop in the moment. I wanted to come up with something that would work over there. And I realized having this hole and spline drilled right in the middle of it, Because I had added this on, I can turn this around, put it in there, and it lines up. So by having it symmetrical, I was able to take this one, the block on this side, I was able to push the router table out further. I moved it down so I had support out here. I was able to take my router and make the cut exactly as I needed it. So I have 2 recommendations to greatly improve the efficiency and what your Paulk Smart Crosscut can do. Do the math, figure out, you've already got this hole drilled, just figure out what you need to add to this side to make it so that you're centered. So this isn't about the numbers, it's about centering this on that span, and this span's the same so they line up. The second recommendation is to make 2 of these. I'm gonna do that myself. I'm gonna have a second one. And then I can have a couple on this side. If I'm hanging off more on that side, I can have a separate one to go over there. And if you've hung around this long, I even have a third suggestion, a little bonus here. Build this exactly the way the plan shows. Have it out here where the plan shows you to set it up, but set up your guide rail, your crosscut, back a little further so that you always have a little more support on this end. If I have this shifted forward back where it goes, but this shifted back, I'm gonna give up a little bit of length in the tape measure. So I'd start 0 at a different point, but with the extension which came later, this adds 600 millimeters, which should be plenty for the longest crosscut you need to do. And then if it's not quite long enough, then you can just make one of these a little bit longer if we need 800 millimeters or even 1,000. And this allows you to extend beyond. This channel from day one, now 15 years old, with over 1,500 videos, has from day one always been about engineering efficiency. All of the smart woodshop tools, the system, whether it's the smart bench, the smart station, the crosscut, the panel rigs, the router tables, or the smart woodshop itself, they all fulfill the same mission: engineering efficiency, making your work more efficient so you get more done in the hours that you're on the job, making you more profitable, but still able to give your clients a better deal than anybody else, because you have the tools and you have the materials and you're able to get it done in an efficient manner, in an ergonomic manner so it's easy on your body. So not only your customers get a better price, you make more money, but you got more time off to do the other things that you enjoy in life as well. So join along the Smart Woodshop. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell on this video, but become a part of the Smart fam so you can be more efficient, enjoy your work a lot more, have more free time, and make a few extra bucks. Mahalo for hanging out with me in the Smart Woodshop.